Welcome back to my channel. My name is Beth and this is Best Bookish Reviews, and I'm here today to do my September wrap-up. So let's get started. I'm gonna share with you all of the books that I read that were on audio that I don't have a copy for. So and I'll tell you when I read them. So I'm just going to throw this one up here first. I listened to Rebound on the 13th. I gave it 4 stars. And this is about a cousin of this young man coming to visit one summer and helping him learn the love of basketball. Okay. Then let me see. On the 1st, I read Death Comes to Pemberley. And in this book, this is by P.D. James. In this book, Elizabeth and Darcy have been married. They have a child. And they're going to have a ball in honor of his mother. And that has been going on for a few years. Since his mother was alive. And Lydia pulls up in a carriage, and the driver comes flying in there, and she's screaming about Wickham being dead. So yeah, I gave this 4 stars. That fit my Heir of September readathon for read a book set on a country estate. I also read, I'll put all these up here until I get to the physical copies. I read I read Finding Audrey by Sophie Kinsella, and this is about a young girl who's been through a traumatic experience at school, and she is at home now and trying to learn how to get out into the world, and a friend of her brother's actually begins to help her. She's got a very good family unit behind her, but it's really good. I gave this 5 stars, and that fit my mental health representation for my Jane Eyre readathon, Heir of September. Okay. Then I read A Study in Charlotte, and this is by Brittany Cavallero, and this is about Watson and Holmes. Their ancestors are involved in a murder, and they have to work together to solve the murder, and I gave it 4 stars. It was really good. I read, and that fit my book set in a boarding school, because they are in a boarding school or college or some kind. Anyway, then I read Plain Jane by Karen Anna Vogel, and I gave this 3 stars, and this is about a girl named Jane, and this was my wicked stepmother vibe, but I think it's actually an uncle, if I can remember correctly. She is Amish. And okay, so anyway, that is like a Jane Eyre retelling in Amish form. So got that. I read or listened to Rachel Hannah's Sunsets and Second Chances. I gave this 4 stars, and I didn't put it anywhere. Rebound was my poetry book because it's told in verse. I listened to Cranford. I gave it 4 stars, and this is about This is by Elizabeth Gaskell. And this is just about a wonderful community of friends. And it tells about all the people in the village. And it was good for my first Elizabeth Gaskell. It was really good. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one up here. Oh, that was my read a book about best friends or a romance. So I've put that as my friends. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one up here. I have a copy of this book, but I don't know where it is right now. It's probably just in the other room. I read Persuasion by Jane Austen. I gave this 4 stars. And it is a second chance love. And the young lady is reunited with Captain Wentworth. She was discouraged from marrying him when he asked her before, but he comes back and he's wealthy, and yeah, it's good. Then I read, gotta move over, The Heiress. No. That Cranford was not my best friends. The best friends is the book by Rachel Hannah, Sunsets and Second Chances. So I listened to Cranford. That was my novel. All right, and the next one is The Heiress. I gave it 3 stars. This is by, I forget. I'll leave it up in the, oh, wait a minute. I have it here somewhere. Rachel Hawkins. That's what I thought her name was. But you would have already known that. And I did that one for my 52 books in 52 weeks. Okay, sorry. My niece came by and picked up some books that I unhauled and gave to her. So, yeah, there was about 40. Nice little unhaul. And so that's what they were barking at. Okay, so the next one that I read was The Magician's Nephew. I gave it 4 stars. And this is the beginning of the wardrobe for The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. So this is the beginning. This is before The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And it is about the uncle, I guess, or the friend of the family, whoever they go to stay with. I think he's supposed to be an uncle. So that was also for my 52 books in 52 weeks. I read The Winter's Tale. I gave it 3 stars. And I would like to tell you about it, but I don't remember it. Not that I don't remember it, I didn't understand it. And then I read I'll Be Gone in the Dark. And this is about the California killer. Anyway, it's about a serial killer, and Michelle McNamara died before she could finish the book or see them catch the guy. So, yeah. All right. Now, for Jenna's book club, Books Love Jenna, her book club is Books Love Everyone. We read Binti by Nettie Okorafor, and this is the trilogy. I did put that I read each one individually, like Home and The Masquerade, and The Night Masquerade, and then just Binti. I gave this, oh, I didn't. I would give this a 4 stars. I really enjoyed this. Yeah, I did. I liked it, and I was shocked. Okay, so we also read our nonfiction was This Is One Way to Dance by Sajal Shah. I'm not sure. I know that's probably not the right name. But this is a collective of essays and by this lady, and her essays range from going to weddings of her family to, let me just flip through there. Her brother changing his name when he was young. What an essay is in 7 steps, or what people said. Keepsakes, she calls them talismans. Her friends, just her college friends. And I gave this 5 stars. I really enjoyed this one. I physically read this one. There was no looking at it or reading it while it read to me. This I physically read. And I used this for my book with red on the cover or red in the title for my Jane Eyre readathon. All right, for my read a book with a nanny or governess for my Heir of September, I read Agnes Grey. It is a reread. It's by Anne Bronte, and it is about a young girl, she's 18, deciding she wants to help out her family, so she becomes a governess, and then she changes her position. She changes to another family after some things that happened in the first one. And then she's also reading to this lady who's got a problem with her vision, and she meets I think he's a member of the clergy. Anyway, love this, 5 stars. I also read, by recommendation of Jenna, from Books Love Jenna, Winter Street by Ellen Hildebrand. And I did listen to this one, but I do have the physical copy. And I gave it 4 stars. I'm ready to, go on to book 2. So this is about a family. The parents are divorced. They have been for a while, but they still have a friendly relationship. And his second wife, Kelly Quinn, is the dad. And he and his wife split, his second wife. And the daughter is a school teacher, and the brother, there are 3. The only child that he has with his second wife is in Afghanistan. And the other brother is a bartender. So I really enjoyed it. Really liked getting to know these characters. And yeah, it's just a little Christmas book. And I really did like it. Okay, and then my read a Victorian era novel for Heir of September. I read The Woman in White. I did do part of it reading it, but most of it I listened to. And I'm going to say a 5-star read. I am still reading Jane Eyre. I am only on page 132, and I am still listening to the biography of Jane Eyre that that Elizabeth Gaskell wrote. But if you count all those up, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. But I counted Binti as 4. So I actually read 20 books. No, I counted it as 3 books. So I read 20 books this month. So, yes. So I will hold up the ones that I have physically. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, click that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.